Oh, okay. One moment. So, okay. Anyway, it's being recorded now. So, Ayana means Uttarayana or Dakshinayana. Uttarayana or Dakshinayana. So, if you are in Uttarayana, so what is Uttarayana? January 15th to June 15th is called as Uttarayana. If you know the famous Mahabharata war, the Mahabharata war started during Gita Jayanti. So that this year, because of the Adhik Mas, it is falling on December 25th. So usually in the second week of December, you will find the this thing. So what happens is where did I go? So, and then Bhishma Dev waited till Uttarayana started. That is what is there in the Bhagavatam. So why did he wait till Uttarayana? So Uttarayana means January 15 to June 15, when the sun is in the upper hemisphere. If you have watched that video, sun is in the upper hemisphere. So what does it mean? It is a daytime in Swargaloka. Means if you die at that time, a yogi, if he dies and he has to go to Swargaloka. Now there are two paths to the spiritual world. Okay? There are two paths to the spiritual world. One path that the yogis follow is that after they die, they go to Swargalok first. And then after going to Swargalok, then they go to Suryaloka, where they are purified. Agni purifies their body, subtle body. So then they go via Brahma Loka, they go to spiritual world. So it's a long path for a yogi. And he has to die during the daytime of the Devatas, because Devatas should be in office. And if you read the famous Katha Upanishad, in the Katha Upanishad, when Nachiketa goes to Yamaraj, Yamaraj is sleeping. Or Yamaraj has gone somewhere, so he has to wait. So if you see, the Devatas also lock their office as soon as it is 6 o'clock, sunset, they lock their office and they go for their enjoyment. They go to restaurant, or there is all these enjoyment places in Swargaloka. So they have their parties, Christmas, whatever, right? So they go. So what happens when a yogi reaches at night? He has to wait till the morning. So sometimes that can be a tricky period, because there are different demons and different people, they attack, and you may lose your calls will be taken as per your number in the line. So if you miss your number in the line and so many things. But when you go during the daytime, the devatas are already there. And that is the time the file moves faster. So your file to Brahmaloka. He is a yogi. What has he done? He has remembered this. Okay, let's take him to Swargaloka. So there are aeroplanes and there is everything going there. So you have to get your ticket. But for a devotee, that doesn't matter whenever he dies, because he doesn't go via the devatas, we say. Because a devotee, a plane directly comes from Vaikuntha. Right? You don't need any other ticket. You just get a direct bypass of this whole process. But Bhishmadeva Bhishmadeva had to go to Swargaloka, because Bhishmadeva was a Vasu. He was a Vasu. He went back to being one of the Ashtavasus till his lifetime, and then he went back to Godhead. So then we see in this, the Ritu is Hemanta Ritu. Okay. If I see Vedic seasons, there is a Wikipedia. They have put a table very beautifully, Ritu, and I want you to understand and by heart these names. I don't know if we did this last week. So these are the names of the 12 months in the Vedic calendar, and this is where the months will start, right? So Krishna says, of seasons I am the, anybody knows the answer? Of seasons I am the, which season is he?
Santa Spring.
Spring, Prabhu, spring.
Spring, correct. He is the spring, right? So he's not seasoning, his spring season, because that is when the flowers come out. Huh? So that is when the Vedic year begins. Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jeshta, Ashada. These are the months names you have to buy hard. Chaitra, Vaishakh, Jeshta, Ashad, Shravan, Bhadrapada, Ashwina, Kartika, Mragashirsha, Pausha, Magha, Phalguna. Now, why is this important? Because when you do the certain festivals, certain tithis in the certain months, they are very important. Krishna was born in usually in Shravana, right? And Navami. So that's where that month name kind of sounds up. Now we see this Vaisheshika Prabhu is doing the Bhadra campaign, right? Bhadra campaign is the Bhadrapada month. So it is the Bhadra campaign. So that's where the name comes from. So the full moon of Bhadra, Bhadra full moon, right? So that is the two nakshatras. What is that? Uttara Bhadra, Purva Bhadra and Uttara Bhadra. Now, very interestingly, if you see the name of the Vedic months, Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jeshta, Ashada, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashwina, Kartik, Mragashirsha. So Kartik is done. We are in Mragashirsha. Then there is Pausha, Magha, Phalguna. So Phalguna is the last month. That's like in February. Now, how are these names decided? So on the full moon of Chaitra month, the moon is on Chitta Nakshatra. So the moon is on Chitta Nakshatra. So it is Chaitra. On the full moon of Vaishakha month, the moon is on Vishakha Nakshatra. On the Jeshta month, on the full moon, it is on Jeshta. In the Ashada, it is on Uttarashada or Purvashada. On the Shravana month full moon, the moon is on Shravana Nakshatra. On Bhadra month, it is on Uttara Bhadra or Purva Bhadra. In Ashwina month, it is in Ashwini Nakshatra. And Kartika, on Kartika month, full moon, it is on Kritika Nakshatra. The moon is on Kritika Nakshatra, what we call Kartik Purnima. Right? And then Mragashirsha Nakshatra, then Pausha, then Magha Nakshatra, and then Falguna, Uttara Falguni or Purva Falguni. So this is how the cycle goes, and we can kind of test it here. So November 29th, right, was Kartik Purnima, correct? So let us look at November 29th. So what happened on that day, right? So what is the month? So that is Kartik month ending. See, Kartik last day. Hemanta Ritu. So you see the season, it is Hemanta. So Hemanta is what? Pre-winter right now. And Shishira means heavy winter. Those 2 months. So after Kartik comes 2 months of pre-winter, Hemanta. So but Vasanta, spring, that is Chaitra and Vaishakha, the first 2 months of the Vedic year. Then comes Grishma, Jeshta and Ashada. Then Varsha, Sharad, Ashwina and Kartika month, Hemanta, like this. So now if you look at this day, everything is fine. It is Sunday. Shukla Chaturdashi, after that Purnima. See, it is on Kartika, Kritika Nakshatra, you see. Later on that day, the next day also started with that. So, Kritika Nakshatra. So sometimes the tithis overlap, so that's a whole different thing. We will look at it next week. So, but if you see November 29th, when we celebrated Kartik Purnima, So the Kritika Nakshatra. So the moon, more or less, it's not exact, but more or less it is on the nakshatra which signifies that month. Hmm? So the nakshatra which signifies that month. Okay. So that's what we have to understand here, that the nakshatra. So then, what are the 5 items that comprise the Panchanga? Right. So Panchanga, you will see all this. Then it is Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha. Right. The season, the month. Then it is Krishna Paksha. So Krishna Paksha means waning moon. Shukla Paksha means it is, let's put the current date. It is the waxing moon. So today is what? November. So December. It's December 19th there, right? Or 20th?
20th
20.
April.
20th. Oh, okay. So December 20th.
Waxing moon too.
I'm still in 19th. So I have some more time. So you can see it is Shukla Paksha, right? Now sun is, so now next thing that will come is Purnima. So Purnima will come on, in another week's time there will be Purnima. Then there is, in a day you also divide it into Rahu Kalam, Gulika Kalam, Yamagandam. So all this calculation we will look at it later. So the next important thing is Vara, which day of the week it is. So that is Sunday, Aditya. I like this website, Astrojyoti, because if you go on for every day of the week and the nakshatra and the time, it will give you the significance. So it is Sunday, a day of life, of integrity, day of pure consciousness. Enjoy life, the sun, pay attention to yourself. Because sun is Atma Karaka in astrology. Sun is the responsible for Atma. He is Atma Karaka. Work related to gold, copper, trees, silk, fire, coronation. Control your anger, ego. Don't be lazy, rude, violent. Okay, what is the Tithi? Shukla Shashti. After that, Saptami. So you see the Tithi changes in the middle of the day. So Tithi can change at the middle of the day. So Tithi means the sun and the moon are going around, as you saw. When the difference between sun and the moon is 12 degrees, so one Tithi ends and the other Tithi starts. So that can be in the middle of the day, end of the day, anytime it can change. Okay. So the most important aspects is 5 are important, but we note all this. So this website, if you go through for a month, that is what you should do. So Tithis are divided into 5 types of Tithis. Okay. So this is the 6th Tithi. It is a Nanda Tithi. So there are 5 types of Tithis, Nanda, Bhadra and all that. I will share a document, very beautiful document, and we can discuss that during the course of this week. Last week I was so busy and exhausted I couldn't get into anything. But this week I'll have some time, I hope. So then we have Nakshatra, Shatabisha, then comes Purva Bhadra. Okay. Shatabisha Nakshatra. So again it changes at night 9:06. So what happens is this Shatabita Nakshatra changes at night and Purva Bhadra starts at night. Now very interestingly, for all the days auspicious and working purposes, we use Shatabisha only. And of course it changes at night, but suppose it has changed in the afternoon, still we use it till the night. But here it is changing at 9 o'clock. So usually all your pujas and everything is over. However, if somebody is born, then we have to take the nakshatra which is exactly at that point. You cannot take the nakshatra of the day. You have to take the nakshatra at that exact time. So then the other important two more important things of the Panchanga is yoga. So there are 27 yogas and Karana. So what I would suggest is I have my website and I have an article here for astrology. Okay. And I have what is called as the Panchangam. Okay, it's opening up. So in this article, I will share this link in the group. So I have the names of the 27 nakshatras, okay? And whatever I'm speaking, it's there. So I will share this link. Now what I want you to do is this week, I want you all of you to go through and write down these names of the 27 nakshatras. Okay, how do you write it down? So let's look at it here. So we have these stars, right? Now, why is this important? Why is the Panchangam important? Now, if you want to decide, today I want to buy a house, or today I want to get married, or today I want to do Garbhadan Sanskar, or anything I want to do, then what we look at is called as the Tara Balam. It's called as the Tara Balam. So Tara Balam means how much that nakshatra is beneficial for you. Okay, for example, my nakshatra is Anuradha. Okay, now I look at today. Now suppose I'm in India, so I'm looking at this Indian Panchanga. Mitra Tara. So today, this day is very good for me to do anything. Now somebody who is Vipattara, somebody who is Sravana Nakshatra or Rohini Nakshatra or Hasta Nakshatra, they should not do anything major today because it is Vipattara. So this is called a Tara Balam. So Tara Balam means, see here it is very simple. So the 27 nakshatras are there. So you group them into 9. So first 9, Ashwini to Pushya. Okay, then comes Ashlesha. So Ashwini to Ashlesha. Then comes Magha. So, okay, Magha to, so note this. So Ashwini, after Ashwini, the first 9, because there are 9 types of nakshatras. So 27 nakshatras divided by 3. Okay. So the 9 types of nakshatras. So Ashwini, and then you find the next is Magha, 10. So then again you go Jyeshtha, 18. So then you come Moola. Okay, so Ashwini, Magha, Moola. Okay, so if I look at here, you see, where is Ashwini? Ashwini. You see, Ashwini, Magha, Moola. They are grouped together. Okay, so now look at the next one. So Bharani. Okay, so then 9. So after the first 9, so then 10, 11. Bharani, Purva Falguni, and then 18, then 1 to Purva Ashada. So then you go Bharani, Purva Falguni, Purva Ashada. So what you should do is take out an Excel sheet. Okay. Let me just share this. So this is exercise for you. Okay. So what you should do is, where is it now? Okay, here. Okay. So what you should do is those 27 names you have to by heart, okay? And then I start with writing Ashwini, Bharani, first 9, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Arudra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha. Right? So it is 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pushya, Ashlesha, Magha. So like this, you write the next 9 and the next 9. So after Ashwini, what do you write? So if I go back, so the order of that. So next we write what we call as the Janmatara. So I think it will come. 1 moment, I have to just get the order right. Shatabisha, then Arudra, Swati, Arudra. Okay, so suppose you start with Janmatara here. Okay, and it's like a merry-go-round. Okay, then comes Sampattara. Sampattara. Janmatara, Sampattara. Third is Vipattara. Okay. So this you don't need to by heart, but I'm showing you how it is put down. Okay. Kshematara. Then it is Pratyayitara. Pratyayitara. And then Sadhakatara. Vadhatara. Mitratara. And Atimitratara. So I'm just starting with what is there today. So then Magha, Purva, Bhadra, Uttara,
It's Purva Falguni.
Purva Falguni, yeah, sorry, Purva Falguni, Uttara Falguni, Magha, Purva, Uttara, Sravana, right? After that, here, yeah. Hasta, Chitta, Swati,
Ranista,
Hasta,
Chitta,
Chitra, Swati,
Swati,
Vishakha,
Vishakha,
Anuradha,
Anuradha, Jyeshtha.
Jyeshtha,
Then comes Shravana.
Mula, no,
Mula,
Before Jyeshtha, yeah.
Mula,
Mula, Purva, Shada,
Mula,
Uttara,
Mula.
Shada. Then comes Shravana, Tanishta. Mula,
Purva,
Shada,
Asada,
Purva,
Uttara, Shada.
Uttra Asada,
Ravana,
Then comes Shravana,
Ravana,
Dhanishta,
Dhanista, Satabisha,
Satisha,
Satyavisha,
Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra, Revati.
Bhadrapada,
Right?
Uttar Bhadrapada, next Uttar
Uttara
Revati.
Bhadra and Revati.
Yes.
Now, if you write it like this, so then what happens is this cycle that is there, next day, this cycle goes on top. So it's like a merry-go-round. And this comes one down, each one comes one down. So then this goes up, this comes one down. So based on the nakshatra of the day, so today it is like this. So tomorrow you'll be able to calculate whether tomorrow is a good day, because then tomorrow this will go here, all this will go one level down. Now where does this application come in? Like I said, if I want to if I want to select a day for deity installation, if I want to select a day for marriage, if I want to select a day for any auspicious activity, I cannot just select randomly. I have to select it based on this. Suppose I am buying a new house and for me it is Vadhatara. So what happens? Very soon that house will be gone. So similarly, if I buy some car or something and it is Sadhakatara, so that means that car will be beneficial for me for spiritual activity. So similarly, um, if we see anything else, Vipattara. I have seen marriages break up when the day that was selected for marriage. So based on the nakshatra, they did not check, and it was actually Vadhatara for the girl. Therefore, her marriage then split up because an auspicious day is very, very important. Now, along with Tarabalam, this is number 1. So all the other 5. So similarly, you see yoga, thunderbolt, Vajra. So you do not buy something on Vajra yoga. So when you select an auspicious day, you have to match the Tarabalam, the yoga, Karana, and Tithi. Right? For example, you cannot do anything on Chaturthi Tithi, marriage or something. Chaturthi is not good for marriage. Sunday is not good for marriage. People do marry on weekends today because it's convenient, but it's not auspicious. So you have to select an auspicious day based on Yoga, Karana and Tarabalam. So this Tarabalam table is important. So what I would like to request you, all of you, to do is just like it was not very difficult. So you should type this out. Okay, in this way, number 1, you get the names of all the nakshatras. Then if you are able to observe this every day, so till next week, every day observe the Tarabalam. Okay, so this is the exercise for this week. Observe the Tarabalam. And at the same time, also try to, and you can post in the group also. In our group, you can post, okay, today's Tarabalam is this. So that is given here also, Chandrabalam, Tarabalam, all this. So go to this website. Every day tell us which day is good. If this day is good, this day is good, this particular day is good or not. Or is it good for a particular person? Sometimes it may not be good for Vipattara and Pratyayitara, but for Kshematara, that day is very good. So in this way, we calculate for Garbhadana. Okay, this day is more better for you because if you select Garbhadana or marriage day on a Vipattara for him. So Janmatara means one of these is the star of the day. So which is that? Let's look at the nakshatra for the day. And the nakshatra for the day is, where is it?
Shatabisha.
Shatabisha. No, this is Shukla. Yeah, correct. Shatabisha. Right? Shatabisha. So Shatabisha becomes the Janmatara. So all the 2 others which are associated with them, they becomes Janmatara. So immediately in our grouping that we had done, the Shatabisha group becomes the Janmatara. Right? This group became the Janmatara group. So then the Sampath, Vipath, Kshema, this is in a particular order. This is in the same order. So then what happens? The next day it becomes Sampattara. So this moves 1 down, 1 down, 1 down, 1 down. In this way, you will be able to calculate and predict. So in a day, there is Vara, Yoga, Karana and Nakshatra. So what I request all of you to do is this week, by heart, go through this page. I will share this link. Okay. Sometimes we need to spend a little time to do by heart. Two things you have to do. One, write down these because you should be very familiar with all the 27 nakshatras. Each nakshatra has a character, which I will explain next week. We'll go straight to that. Now, if you have it by heart, the names of the nakshatras, that will make it very easy. Each tithi has a particular character. Okay. Like, for example, if you want to get married, Tritiya, then Ashtami, and Trayodashi are good. If you want to get initiated, then Ekadashi, Dwadashi, Purnima, these are all good days. Like that. There are 27 yogas. So how are they calculated? So just by heart the names or just go through the names. Out of them, some are very good. Saubhagya, Shobana, they are all, by the name itself, you will understand they are good yogas. But if you see Atiganda, Shula, Ganda, the name itself is they are bad. So suppose you want to get married, it happens only once in a lifetime. If everything else is fine, but the yoga is Shula, means what? It will be a thunderbolt marriage. Karana. So there are 11 Karanas, and these 11 Karanas we have to make these 11 Karanas. Okay, so then from that we have to select which is a good one. So some are good, Bala, Balava, each one has a different result. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share a document with all of you, which is a nice one that has a detailed explanation and a book in the group. So go through this page. I will share this page right away. Where is VC Astrology? Yeah, here. Okay. So write down the 27 names of the nakshatras, the 27 names of the yogas. I'll be sharing it tomorrow. Now I'm too tired. I'm just going to crash. It's 10:30 here. And I'll share the document. So that has very nice, all these calculations. Okay. Like I explained to you in brief, you have to study it. So if you have the names of that by heart, the yoga, so then we will do some selections next week. I'll just take you through over the properties and we will select like a good day. So you want to do DT installation, you want to do Garbhadam Samskar, you want to do different things. So which combination is good, which nakshatra is good. So all that we will discuss it next week. But this website, Panchanga Darshini, if you just type in Google Panchanga Darshini, you will get astrojyoti.com Panchanga Darshini. So till next week, till we meet, every day go through this. You can select your place and date. It will show you the Panchanga for that place. Read everything. Is it a good day? Is it a bad day? In this way, you will get a continuation. So read it for 6 continuous days till we come next week. If you have any questions, share it. Next week I'll be able to answer more. So now this is something you have to do. There is so much to explain, but there is only limited time. So if you can go through it and then you get familiar. So this is your understanding. Oh, for this Ekadashi is good, for this Dwadashi is good, for this Trayodashi is good. So those things should be there. So that will be in a document I will share. So once you go through this and 1 week you go through this Panchangam. So next week what I'll do is we will select which nakshatra is good, day is good, time is good. We'll try to put them all together. Okay. And we'll try to select days good for different things and you will see how it can work. All right. So I will stop here. So any questions, comments?
So,
Hare
uh,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So I have heard that Bhishma Pitama is waiting for the person who has entered Uttara's Garbha to protect Parikshit Maharaj. That's why he's waiting for Uttara.
Also, but it is said also that he was waiting for Uttarayana. And it is mentioned also that Bhishma Deva, as he spoke, sun went to the. Several things can happen, but he was also especially waiting for the Uttarayan.
Yes.
Because he had to go back as a Vasu. He went back as a demigod.
They are saying that Krishna is also Uttarayan because he entered Uttara's Garbha
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
protect Parikshit Maharaj.
Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, Krishna says of the Uttarayana, Dakshinayana is Uttarayana, but eventually he says for devotees it doesn't matter. But that's a very nice.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Hmm.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhu, my question is that in the Excel sheet, when you listed the nakshatras in reverse, like down to up,
Uh-huh.
and the type of star, Janma, Sampat, that was written from top to down, right? So like a cycle, it's going opposite?
So this is like I wrote it because I usually start with Ashwini. However, the Janma Nakshatra today is Satavisha.
Okay.
So that's how it went. So usually it has to start with Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, because that's how you can remember. I cannot remember from the middle. Otherwise, I would have written this down, Janma, and then I would have gone on to the top. But I usually feel like I'm starting from Ashwini. So then I remember everything. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rodi, Mragashira, Arudra, Punaraju, Pushya, Shlesha, right? Like that.
That's, yes, Prabhu.
So you write that. But then today's Janma
Okay.
is this. And I realized that they go in the reverse, right? After Ashwini, Bharani, and this comes reverse. So Janma, I cannot put to Ashwini, Janma is today. But then after putting Janma, when I write it reverse, then this comes downward. So this was easier to write reverse because then this will come this direction.
Got it, Prabhu.
Okay. That last time I wrote Ashwini from here. Okay. And then I realized that Janma, then I have to write this from reverse. That's how it works. So after Ashwini, like Bharani, it's not, say for example, Ashwini, then it comes here, right? So it goes 9 nakshatras later. So it was easier that this comes down, Janma Tara, Sampat Tara, Vipat Tara, Kshema Tara, Pratyay Tara, Sadak Tara, Vad Tara, Mitra Tara. So so if I write it tomorrow, okay, then this will come, this Janma will come down. If I write the same set tomorrow.
Right, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, this will go up, this will come down. So the thing is, what I found easier is you forget this first. You forget this. Don't write that. First you write this. Okay? And whichever is the nakshatra for the day, so from there you start Janma and then go down and bring the rest of it up. Okay? So then you will get the order right. Right? Because the 27 nakshatras you by heart in the same order.
Yes, Prabhu. No, but we are writing in reverse order because the moon goes anti-clockwise, or like
No.
exactly.
No. That is how this is. This order is. We are writing reverse order because this, if you write this reverse, then this will come straight.
Yeah.
अमिताभ बच्चन says no, दुनिया को सीधा देखने के लिए उल्टे हस्त का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ता. So I realized if you write Ashwini from down, then this Janma Sampat, that has to go reverse. That is even more complicated. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, I have a question. We see all these auspicious timings and all to do important works.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if in a person's chart, marriage is not at all written, and if it is written, it has to go, the marriage will be bad for that person. He is destined like that. And if we see the good auspicious timing and we perform marriage, how will it affect? It will optimize.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. So, So the thing is, okay, so the question is, there is no chance of marriage in his horoscope. So auspicious days are to select what will, see, the thing is, for that you need to do remedies. You don't select auspicious days to get married. That doesn't work. You need to do remedies. So when you do the remedy, then you will get, then his karma could be mitigated when you do the remedy. So don't worry about selecting auspicious dates when it doesn't exist. So if marriage is not there, it's not there until he does a remedy. He cannot select an auspicious date and try to sneak through. So first of all, Purva Janma Kratam Papam, it's all karma from previous life, good and bad. Good karma is there, you enjoy. Bad karma is there. Just like the president pardons somebody who is in jail and release him. So to that degree, we surrender to the Lord. We will do that in the remedies section. Then the Lord will forgive him for that karma and release and give him an opportunity to enjoy that particular thing he wants to enjoy. So it's not about, it's about making remedies, not about selecting good or bad days. Okay.
So Prabhu, karma can be reduced only by Bhagavatam remedy, not by other means.
Other means also, there are many Vedic remedies also, but
Okay,
I
Prabhu.
prefer reading Bhagavatam. I'll explain why later classes. So the 9 planets they are lauded by 9 avatars of Krishna. So reading the Bhagavatam actually relieves you of all horoscopic karma. So, but till then we have to understand we have to suffer the karma or enjoy the karma. So we have to understand it very scientifically.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just a very simple question. So when in the full moon, so on those 12 full moon is only will be on those what is that, was it, that nakshatra, right, Prabhu? Never come to another, I mean,
Yeah.
and full moon never happen in another nakshatra.
It can, I mean, it's slightly here or there, but mostly those nakshatras.
Yes. Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah. Sometimes it can go little ahead or little behind, but almost there. Okay. Sometimes it is bang on that nakshatra, or sometimes here and there, but almost there. Approximate. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. All right. So we will stop here. Thank you all so much. And hope to see you all next week. So we will select important days and muhurtas and everything. So that will be all next week. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare